So we'll start now. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The meeting was called at 9:30 due to lack of quorum. We adjourned it by half an hour. As per bylaw 96, the number of people present at the adjourned meeting is counted as quorum, irrespective of the number. So we'll start the meeting. And I extend a warm welcome to all of you for this meeting. At the outset, thank you for all your support in dealing with complicated issues like this STP. Although there is a agenda item, separate agenda item, I just brief you about this because this is an important item. We received two notices, or rather directives, dated 3rd of September. So these directives were given to the LCD department and Public Works department to disconnect our power supply and water supply by the Pollution Control Board. First, we got a message from the LCD department saying that this is received. So we are going to disconnect this. After some time, we received the actual copies. We requested them saying that there is a time, please wait for some time. So they waited. After some time, we received the actual copies by post on 13th of September. Both the notices, the content, even comma, full stop, everything is same except the heading. So for the same offense, we are punished twice. So 2 FIRs are lodged against the same offense. The directive under the Air Pollution Act, we appealed in administrative tribunal because the appeal under the Air Pollution Act lies to the state government. So the state government has nominated the administrative tribunal for this purpose, and we appealed in the administrative tribunal. We received the first stay on this matter in the administrative tribunal. Subsequently, the other directive under the Water Pollution Act, the appeal lies to National Green Tribunal under that act. So National Green Tribunal is not here. There is no bench in Goa. So we had to go to Pune. So we identified a lawyer there, and our ex-chairman, Sri Tiwariji, played an important role in this. And he also joined as a second advocate to safeguard our interests. So there also, we received the stay on 26th of this month. So as of now, the directives are stayed, and we will not be subjected to the inconvenience of no power, no water as of now. So the next date of hearing in the administrative tribunal is on 3rd of October, and in NGT it is 9th of December. We are trying our best and we are putting our best efforts. So what is in our control is our efforts, but the outcome is not in our control. Hope for the good. So I'll take any questions from you on this when that agenda item comes up.
Sir, 1 second.
Yeah.
Only one clarification. You said some notices have been received. You also mentioned an FIR. These are two different things?
No. So I just used that as a figurative language. That means for the same offense, 2 times FIRs are lodged, like police. So for the same offense, we have given 2 different directives, one under the Air Pollution Act, another under the Water Pollution Act.
But there is no FIR.
No. This is not an FIR. This is a directive for disconnection of power and water. And our main ground of appeal was, number 1, these directives have come all of a sudden, and we are not given any opportunity of being heard. That's the first ground. Second ground is that these directives, if implemented, people living in 639 flats, the lives will be jeopardized without basic amenities. So these are the two main grounds on which we went for appeal. And the rest of the things, during the course of arguments, we will present our case. But for immediate appeal, these are the two main grounds we used. Yeah.
So I'll just add something to what the chairman has said, and then I will also request the chairman to apprise you all of certain further details. I'm Jaideep, I'm the treasurer. Pravinjit, we now know each other. Okay. So the first thing is that in this STP case, the society as such has never been taken into confidence or taken to task by either the Goa Pollution Control Board or Tata Housing Development Corporation. Just the notice is being issued time and again to Rio De Goa housing project. It has been left vague. Who is the owner of the housing project? Is it the society? Is it Tata's? We don't know. But just for facts, all consents to operate the STP have been taken by the Tatas in the name of Rio Housing Project. The last time the Tatas took this consent to operate was in October 2024. And so till April 2024, we were legal. For some reason, without informing us, without even a notice or a message or an email, the Tatas have stopped renewing. And therefore, neither the previous committee nor we were aware of it till it was in an advanced stage and we tried to recover the situation, which the chairman has done very ably. That's one. The second thing is that we have now taken a proactive stance. I just want to apprise you all that within 2 days of taking over, the chairman, the secretary, and an erstwhile member, Commodore Sanjay Panda, actually met everybody at the Goa State Pollution Control Board and stated exactly what we are saying. We are victims. We have not designed the place. We paid good money. We were assured by Tata's, all is good. For some reason, the Goa Pollution Control Board has been, and Tata's are taking a stand that we've handed over the society to them, now they're responsible. So this is a legal issue which will take some time. So I just wanted to give a little bit of backgrounds because especially the social medias, our groups, a lot of misinformation goes and it's not fair for us to, sort of intervene there. So out here for the record. I will also request the chairman to just apprise all of you as to what all we have already done with the STP in these past few months. I mean, from the time of taking over. And what is it that is now, perhaps hanging over our heads as a sword? I mean, what are the challenges and why we want the Tatas to resolve this and clear it? So, Mr. Chairman, sir, if you can just brief everyone on all the work that has happened.
Just two small questions. One is when the handing over was done by Tata's to the PMC or whatever was the entity at that point of time. Is it correct that that PMC had signed it off, the responsibility of STP? See, we are all together in this now. There is no way that we unnecessarily argue on any of the points which are not important. But whether PMC had signed it off. If we have signed it off, then we don't have the leeway of saying that.
Can you just amplify what you mean by signing off?
There was a handover.
handover, no one second. When we take, the handover,
Yeah.
there is an operational handover, which the society took on.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
because Tata's from 1st of April 2023 said goodbye. JLL was disengaged, and they gave us barely a week or 10 days notice. I think Sri Harshan and others handled that crisis. Mr. Tiwari is not here. Sorry, Divakar and Ninad. Okay. Even if we take over operations, Tata's liability.
Yeah.
One second. Just let me finish. Liability for permissions, for clearances, for everything till the date of handing over remains. One of the reasons why the conveyance deed has not gone through is because the previous committees have taken the stand that we are not willing to sign on the dotted line, and Tatas have said that we are absolved of everything. So when we come to the conveyance deed, I will explain that. So when you say sign off, operationally they signed to take on the running of the STP from day to day. They have not signed off or absolved the Tatas of any responsibility till the day of signing, including permissions, operations, clearances, anything of that sort. If that answers your question.
No, Jaideep, what we are trying to assess here is, we are trying to find out what kind of risk we are sitting
I'll
on.
explain you.
There is one more, and then you can explain both together.
Yeah.
So one is whether Tata's can claim that there was a handover which was done. If that is the case, then we have to prepare accordingly. And there should be enough communication between us and Tata's highlighting what is the situation and where their responsibility lies. If we don't raise this issue, because I was among the few who had filed a case against Tata's in another forum. There also we were trying to bring in this aspect that Tata's are keeping us in dark and the handover is not valid. Okay, so whenever we go to the court will grill both sides. It's not that, we will be given a privilege. So they will ask whether there was a handover, and in case there was a handover, whatever operational, non-operational, we can define in whatever way, but the court will surely ask that if there were flaws with the STP, were you raising it with Tata's or not? And if you have not raised, why you have not raised? That will come. And last, after that you can.
Yeah.
Even the complaint which the assistant executive engineer electrical with whom I had a long chat, what he was saying is that, sir, everything's said and done. Tata's, yes, we also understand that Tata's have a major role to play, but the water was being let out. There was a discharge which was happening into the villages during the regime of PMC and whoever has been, handling it, which is a flaw. And hence, that flaw cannot be ignored by law. That is what they were saying.
Now I will respond first. First, let me look at the risk and then go into these backgrounds. Based on this guideline, directives of Pollution Control Board, there was one in April 25 and another now in current September 25. If you read them together, there are two major capital expenditure items involved in this. First, Pollution Control Board gave the plan approval in 2015. Then they gave the consent to trial run the plant in 2019. Thereafter, they kept renewing everything. Tata's said handover in 23. By then, already the show cause notice was on the way. Right? Now, the issues raised by Pollution Control Board is, number one, you relocate this plant. Number two, you install a tertiary processing unit, which is ultrafiltration. Both are capital intensive. And the second point, that is ultrafiltration, whether it fits into the design or not, technical feasibility has to be checked. Right? even if it fits into the design, it's a too costly affair, both in terms of capital expenditure and as well as in terms of operational expenditure. These two issues are what our contention is. The operational issues, yes, we take full responsibility even today. We are liable for any non-compliance of operational issues. Now, in September 25 directive, they themselves are claiming in the Pollution Control Board directive itself, they mentioned that there is no discharge of water noticed as on the date of inspection. That is proof that there is no discharge here. Earlier it have been there, we don't know. Now, they are claiming that it is presumed because there was something under the dry leaves, they are presuming that this is the sewage treatment plant water. That is only your presumption, but not the actual thing. So under the dry leaves, whatever is there, bacteria can develop at any point of time. And it need not be from our STP. Okay, that's one. Now, on the operational front, we are ready to accept less responsibility. But on the capital expenditure front, both location as well as ultrafiltration process, we are not willing to accept responsibility. Our stand is Tata's has accepted has got the approval, and now you are questioning your own approval. You both resolve. I already paid. Based on your approval, you approved the plan. Don't you know at that time that this location is right or wrong? You gave the consent to operate on trial run. At that time, don't you know that this location is right or wrong? You started renewing the consent to operate continuously. The last renewal was in October 24, which was valid up to April 25. Don't you know at that time that your approval, what you were given in 2015, is right or wrong? Yes. Now let me come back to this. Yeah.
There is no doubt as far as the legal liability should lie on that. There is no doubt. But the question that I'm trying to point out is, are we?
I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that. Next, in Pollution Control Board directives, they themselves are saying that Tata's has replied saying that we hand it over, and Pollution Control Board not accepting that contention. Pollution Control Board is saying that you have not done the conveyance deed, still you are the owner. So it hardly matters whether what we have done here. Yes, we are victims. Victims.
We are the affected party.
Affected party. Yes, yes.
My question is simple. What is the reason why neither PMC nor the elected MC is writing to Tata, pointing out the liability?
We are, the directive itself is sent to them. Whatever we are receiving here, we are sending it to them. It's not that they are not aware of it.
No, no, may I just add, now that Mr. Tiwari is here, there is a case in the NCDRC to this effect. No, no, there's a case that, no, that's a case filed by 20 owners. There is a case filed by the society which is being heard from time to time, unlike your case. The last hearing has happened on 3rd of October. Mr. Tiwari has been personally following this up for years, and one second, please hear me out. And one of the contentions there is that we have been receiving notices for issues which are the liability of the Tatas. The Tatas are a party to that case. So this must be clearly understood. One second. No, he will clarify. He just come here, but let me be absolutely clear.
Are you a party? I'm a party. So I'm aware of the incident.
No. You are not a party to the case filed by the society. That is on behalf of all of us. One sec. You're 22 owners. You're confused, Pravinji. There are two different cases. There is a case filed by Rio De Goa Co-operative Housing Society, which represents all of us here and all those who are not here, all 639 owners on their behalf. Okay. They are not added. It's a completely different case. It is a completely different case. You see, one of the problems that we have in this society, and I'm going to, as we go on, is that nobody reads any minutes, any notes, and Guru has compiled a complete list of them. So let me be clear. There is a case filed by 30 owners, not 22, 30 owners. It is a separate case against Tatas. The society is neither a party nor a respondent in that case. We have nothing to do with that case. About 2 years back, when Mr. Tiwari took over as chairman, this issue was hot. The first notices had come. Sriharsha was then on this side, and in a general body meeting, a complete detailed brief was issued and shared with all of us. Based on that, all the pending issues with Tatas have been taken up in that court. STP and notices from Pollution Control Board, not handing over the conveyance deed, not signing up on their warranties and liabilities. These are the three major issues.
What is the case number?
I won't know, but we can give it to you. Send an email, we'll give it to you.
I'll give you an important information in that case. In April, I think, NCDRC has passed an order. At that time, there is two important issues. One is, they are questioning, this is to Tatas. They are asking Tatas, you prove that you have a plan approval for the location of the STP under this building. First point. Second point, you also prove that this is the general practice in the state of Goa that STP will be under a high-rise building. So if these two cases are decided by NCDRC, these 2 points are decided by NCDRC, if it decides in favor of Tatas, Pollution Control Board don't have any case, right? Because NCDRC will not just like that decide it. If it decides against Tatas, it is the responsibility of the Tatas to,
No, there is a case by the society. At that time, I don't know what was the nomenclature, we call it PMC or whatever. If during that time, if there was a case filed in NCDRC on these specific issues, that Mr. Jagdish.
Absolutely.
No.
There is nothing to worry then.
No, there was
This is
case.
this is the question posed by NCDRC to Tatas.
One second. I'm
Dependent.
sorry. I missed Mr. Tiwari sitting there. We are all ignorant. Please give Mr. Tiwari the mic and he will answer this question. No, he's got a mic there.
See,
Sir, बैठ के.
yeah, the individual members filed complaint in NCDRC at a time when the society was not there. Society came a few days later. We pursued our case. The society had its committee. Later, the chairman, Mr. Divakar Khatri, felt that there are problems and society should be associated with the case filed by individuals. So he asked me to file an application for joining the case filed by the consumers. We filed the application. But later on we realized that this was a three-leg race and we should be independent of the individual members. So we filed separate case number 66 of 2024. Consumer case number 66 of 2024. And that is going on. Our case has been admitted. And thereafter we have progressed a lot. All pleadings are complete from both sides. Now the matter is for final hearing. For final hearing, we have to wait for our turn because there are many people ahead of us. They have to be heard first. Because of this STP, we were managing to get hearing earlier than those who are waiting, who are ahead of us. So, like that, it happened twice. This time, when this order has been passed, we tried for the third time. The consumer court said that we can't let you jump the queue all the time. Your hearing is on 28th of October. It's not far off. So come on 28th October. That's the status.
So, as I correctly understand, so there is a separate case which you mentioned, 6 of 2024. And this STP issue has been raised in that complaint.
We have raised STP issue on 2 points. As far as this moving of, if there is any deficiency in STP as installed by Tata, that is liability of Tata's. If GSPCB says that this present location, it has to be relocated, that means GSPCB is saying that there is deficiency. Otherwise, they can't ask for relocation of STP. So we say that if this deficiency is there, it is Tata's responsibility to remove, not ours.
I would just like to add to some technical issues. So the STP is designed to utilize water in horticulture and firefighting. Even though we are a sparsely occupied society, we generate excess water. It is part of the design and approvals that we can discharge water into the storm water drains as long as it meets the criteria of standards. This practice is done wherever an STP exists. This is a rare place where STP water is not being utilized fully. We don't have so much green cover. Okay. So this is part of the design process, which both Pollution Control Board, everybody knows. This process has also been happening right from the time that this complex was created. So it's nothing new. The allegation is that at the base of the hill, there was water. Okay. Now, whether the water has come from our STP or it is rainwater, okay, or it is irrigation water, is a matter question. Even if I release perfect water from this STP out, the moment it becomes stagnant, the quality will deteriorate. Okay. And so if somebody cuts a channel and puts it in his land, that will happen. Now, what I'm going to add is off the record. The secretary, Dr. Sohani, took me to meet the effective punch of Sankole. We had gone because we wanted to start an initiative where all our absentee members can pay their house tax without a problem. And so we went to him that we will do it as a bulk transaction. We will collect checks from our members. We will give you the check and you deposit the check. When you encash it, you give a receipt. We will come and collect the receipt. Firstly, no one is coming to you and going. So the gentleman's name is Santosh Nayak. He's a punch, but he belongs to a particular political party and he has a house. One sec. He's not the Sarpanch, but you go there. No, 1 second. You go there and you ask for any decision. Everyone directs you to him because he belongs to a particular political party. He lives next to the supermarket on the main road. All right. Our chairman knows him very well because the chairman has been gracious enough to actually hand over cash to him to transfer the property from Tata's to his name. I will not tell you what transpired. The chairman will tell you himself.
There is nothing secret about it. So everything, see, generally everyone.
No.
Everyone. I said I will do it for myself. I submitted all the documents. He said you have submitted all the documents. And then the resolution was passed in the meeting. And finally he said you come and collect your Then when I went there, everything is ready. He said, I will give you this only if you give me 1,500 rupees.
1,500?
Yes. I said, if I come again, then my petrol will cost more than that. I said, please take this and give me my certificate.
Okay, now.
You see, actual.
No. So now you see. So when we sat with him, there was a mix of Konkani and Hindi going on. And so he tells me, वो आप लोग का एसटीपी का क्या लफड़ा चल रहा है? So I said, कुछ नहीं है. There is a bigger motive. कहता नहीं, वो आए थे मेरे पास में, कई बार ही आया है. Okay. He's their neighbor. So this gentleman from this particular society and TAR, I wish he was here, I would have exposed him just now, has paid Santosh Desai money to ask the local villager to file a complaint. This has taken place in the month of June. And if I am a liar, Suhani will be believed by everyone and you can ask her exactly what transpired. I came back and I shared this update with my fellow committee members. And so when this bombshell with exactly the same wording came, please know where it originated. Now, my point is that Mr. X with a goatee beard has got cash to give Santosh Desai. Uska rate 1500 hai. If tomorrow the push comes to shove, I will raise a GoFundMe fund and I will pay him 5,000 rupees here. Okay, but this is the reality. Those of you who live here can go and check him out. And he will tell you exactly what has happened.
Complaint in consumer court against Tata's on STP, then we are protected. That's one very important aspect. Second is, as far as the discharge is concerned, that's a matter of trial. It cannot be, one-sided decided by.
They themselves are saying that there is no discharge at present.
Even if they say.
No discharge actually.
It is mentioned clearly in the
We could not
document.
find discharge, but we found stagnant water 1.5 kilometers away, which we
Based on that, they cannot.
How can they just,
Yeah, based on that,
They
they cannot.
just came, when we were changing a part of STP. So they came that time only, they just collected some water which was going.
and they say it's matching?
No, and they took it for.
Firstly, anytime the SCP is under repair, Mr. Rajiv
Yes.
Puri is sitting in the pollution control board, he gets the check.
And he
I
gets
will do this offline with you outside, I will tell you because one day I have.
But that will not give enough reason for any authority to cut our electricity and water.
No, but
This
he
kind
can
of-
handle
The thing is that if the authority can issue
But
a
there are so
notice
many of us
without
who are
referring
witness
to
to
us,
this. We are witness to
without giving a show cause, you can see the standard of the notice. I know it creates alarm, but I think you as members have to know that the problem is within us and it's not justified. Okay. Sorry.
Okay, so we'll go to the agenda. Agenda items. The first agenda item is to elect a chairperson for the meeting as per rules. If the chairman of the society cannot be present, I am present here, so this is not applicable. So we'll go to the next item. To present, discuss and approve the annual accounts of the society for the financial year 24-25, duly audited by the statutory external auditors, Anjali Kutikar and Associates, and the report of the auditor. I request our treasurer, Sri Jayabji, to make the presentation on accounts, and we'll take questions on that later.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So I will start with the preamble that I took over the duties of the treasurer at the end of June. I have taken over on a as is, where is basis. My predecessor is not here. I am neither here to judge past actions, nor am I going to comment on them. All I'm going to do is bring you up to date with facts and what this committee has done or is proposing to do. So my apologies if any one of you says, why was this not done? Why didn't it happen? We are not in that business. We have taken over on a particular date and we've thanked our predecessors for all the work they've done, and we are not judging them. Whatever has been done or is being done by this committee is a collective effort. However, if there are any flaws in the accounts and weaknesses in that, I am personally solely responsible. Okay. So I will just now move on to the accounts. The accounts have been circulated to all of you, and I think everyone is aware of them. But I will just draw your attention to the income and expenditure statement. So, sorry. So basically, the expenditure. Go ahead. 1 second. Sorry. Why is that? Just 1 second.
Read it out. Yeah, no, I think it's one second, I'll get the version that I.
See, the audit report is already circulated. With your permission, we take it as read and move on to the accounts.
Yeah. If anybody wants the notes are there, we can share it. With the lifetime, at least in my lifetime, this. Okay. This JLL case, I will discuss separately the background because this is a pending issue. And Colonel Joseph and I will have a difference of opinion and debate on this. Okay. This is a old observation. It's already resolved. Where are the notes? Sorry.
Maybe if you ask AI, it will come up with.
Yes,
Yes, Mr. Tiwari.
I have to make a suggestion. Please, see the interest which we are receiving from ICICI Bank and HDFC Bank. They actually deduct as a source and give us the net amount. But in the return of income which we are filing, we should make out a case that the interest which we are receiving is not income in as much as it is accretion to our funds.
I'll clarify.
And therefore it is a
I'll
capital.
clarify. Now, generally, when payments are made which are subject to income tax, TDS, you raise a bill, for example, I'll take a simple example of 100 rupees. You raise a bill of 100 rupees, right? Which is subject to 10% TDS. You will get 90 rupees, and I will deduct 10 rupees and deposit to government on your behalf. When you are accounting in your P&L account, 100 rupees is accounted as income. That is what goes into the income tax return as well, right? And this 10 rupees which I deducted as TDS, you will record it's the balance sheet item, not a P&L account item. So it will directly go and sit in the balance sheet as a current asset. So when you are paying your advance tax, when you are paying your final assessment, self-assessment tax, all this is taken into consideration. For example, continuing the same example, suppose your tax liability is 20 rupees, total tax liability for the year is 20 rupees. 10 rupees is already TDS is there, so you will be depositing only 10 rupees from your pocket, which is already done 10 rupees by the pay service taker from you. So this is how the same principle is applicable even to the interest and by us from the banks. So banks will deduct the TDS We will account the gross income as interest income and show the TDS as current asset receivable. And when we are filing the income tax return, this TDS amount deducted by the bank will be offset and we will be paying only net amount. My suggestion was a little different. See, we should say.
So Mr. Tiwari, I am going to add. So,
This
Mr. Chairman, what?
This is not the part of income chargeable to tax at all, because this interest also goes to the corpus fund and is not used as a current income. And therefore, what interest that we are receiving is a capital receipt, which is not chargeable.
To those of our members, we put it on the list, who are members of societies in Mumbai, if there is any precedent to this. Basically, what Mr. Tiwari is saying, that this is a corpus fund. It is a capital asset. And the interest coming to it is only towards that capital asset. It is not being used by us. And it is not income being used for our as income. And therefore, we must take up with the tax authority to waive the interest on this.
Not
Before
this
we-
No harm trying
authority,
it, no harm
but
trying it.
in the income tax return, we should claim exemption for this interest income on the ground that it is a capital.
So we will examine that provision. I've got your suggestion. I will look at the legal aspects of it, but the suggestion is well taken. And if we can show it as exempt income without granting it to a dispute, we will show it. At the moment,
No,
Mr.
when
Tiwari,
something-
I'm too scared. I'm not as tough as you.
Yeah,
So
when
we-
something is clear, when there is no ambiguity, there is no point in saying that, no, we will go into that. Irrespective of your nature of fund, what you put there, income tax definition of income is different totally. Whether you put a capital there or you put a revenue there, it doesn't argument. As long as it satisfies the definition what is given there as income, so it comes squarely within that definition. All the residential apartments where I am living in Bangalore are paying income tax only on the interest and plus fines and other charges collected from the members. And if there is a small shop or something place to, that portion is taxable. What is not taxable? The camp charges, what is we are collecting from the members is not taxable. That's not our income. Rest of all the items are taxable income.
Sir, one second.
Yeah.
Your definition is correct, no doubt. But even if we consider it as income for a minute from this corpus, are there any expenses which can be shown on this income? Like, since this is a corpus, it's for a, for a future, right? So there are many other expenses which will also arise. There are expenses which are arising. Even this STP issue which arises tomorrow, it is an expense.
No, totally unrelated, and there is no expenditure.
Or if this corpus is redesignated, say for example, if it is redesignated, and if some expenses regarding this building's maintenance, the structural maintenance,
Project, I got it.
Is there any-
I just
is there any possibility?
This corpus is basically the building fund. It is for exigencies and emergencies. If that situation arises, then we have to incur this expenditure. Then, with the approval of the general body, we will be able to reappropriate this for building, etc. Basically, that is the purpose of it. But by and large, the society is only keep it for emergencies. And in this case, that would be a last resort.
No, I agree with that. What I'm trying to ask is there this income which is coming, which is taxable? Is there any expenses which?
No, let me
No,
clarify.
no.
Let me clarify.
Yes or no?
No expenditure can be attributed to that. The fund is just sitting in the bank, and if you are saying that I went there to get information and then I incurred a conveyance of about 100 rupees or 200 rupees, that can be deducted. Nothing more than that.
If we want to construct another building here, we get permission. This fund is supposed to be used for that.
No, I'm not talking about the fund. I'm only talking
No,
about
no,
the income
no,
which is
so,
being generated.
no, so this is a sacrosanct fund.
No, but what I'm trying to say is, see,
No expenditure can be.
No routine expenditure. This can be.
that's the way it looks.
Yeah.
Sir, please listen to others also. See, you have taken a loan of 40 lakhs, some interest is being paid. You have taken a loan based on this corpus.
No, we've not taken a loan from it. The loan is, the corpus has been used for day-to-day running. The money is available in the day-to-day running.
Oh, you have not taken any loan.
Credited subsequently, it is just a book transfer. And in that book transfer, whatever interest we got on that will also be transferred. Okay, no loan has been taken from any external agency. There is no loan on this society. So let's be clear on that.
Okay.
Now, I hope that answers your question.
Yes, that answers my question. But what I was saying is that if there are any other expenses of that nature, like if you're taking, I thought it's from bank. Okay, that's my mistake. But if there are other interest components that can be adjusted with this interest component. That's
So,
all
once again, if any interest is earned on our CAN portion, that can be utilized, and that is being utilized. Okay, but the corpus is a sacrosanct fund, it is not being touched. So, sorry. We were on the.
Notes by notes
Yeah.
for.
Okay. So the first point was a recovery of a cap. So I'll take the liberty of going to.
Of reconciliation of CAM is a tough one. We have challenges, and I go back to my sponsor. The greatest compliment he can give anybody is maybe you are right. And he has given me that compliment twice. Okay. So CAM, what happens is, with MyGate, we have no problem of reconciliation. It happens automatically. The moment you pay by MyGate, you get a receipt. Many of us don't use MyGate because there's a charge or whatever convenience, etc. We are doing an NEFT transaction. When you do that NEFT transaction, what shows up in my bank account is a payment. 6 Rakesh Kumars live in this complex. None of them wants to write his flat. And when you write to him, he says, but I'm Rakesh Kumar. No, that can't help me. Colonel Kutti banks with Canara Bank. Canara Bank has a remarks column, which Colonel Kutti did not read, is for internal use only. So when he opens his bank account and says, where did this payment go? It says CAM payment. But what comes to me is Joseph Kutti. Now, because I know his flat number, I reconcile and I pay. Okay. And he has taken 2 bottles of beer off me for highlighting him. Okay. But this is the truth. And there are many like this. So this is the first issue. We had a large backlog. We are still not there. People have been posting CAM receipts. Now, MyGate has a system of posting a CAM receipt. All I require is your transaction ID, your flat number. That's 2 things I require. People pay by MyGate and put in a transaction call. They will write all kinds of things on that. And we spent hours in trying to reconcile it. So of 150 pending this thing, I'm down to 5 now. Okay. So we will take time. Okay. There are some people I issued duplicate receipts. So basically, there's been a communication problem also. There are a lot of elderly members. There are some members where the owner has passed away and the family is there. They're not clued up. There are a lot of overseas people. We have tried to improve this communication. We are still not 100% sure, in spite of my colleagues Arvind Swadi and Gururaj Gudi trying to improve our database. The chairman has been scrutinizing the sheets and pointing out to us, and I am always telling him, I have time, please leave me alone. But he persists. Okay.
And if you are in a meeting of society, I would just want to put this forward. It was raining, I had to check out, and I parked my car right beside Tower 1 parking, which does not have a reserved board. Okay? It was just a matter of 15 minutes. No guard came upstairs and told us that this is a reserved parking. We parked, we went up to take rest of our luggage, and somebody has parked diagonally, not only letting us past, no, so just.
No, ma'am, just 1 second. See, are you a member of the society?
I am a family member of the board.
Okay, then may I just submit to you? This is one of the issues we're going to discuss. We understand your problem. We've all lived here. No, 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 no. I've got your point. I've got your point.
Everybody else. If he had a problem
Look,
with my car, he could have just parked right in.
ma'am, just
No,
no, listen.
This guy, it's a Delhi number, and all the guards are super scared of this guy. And he's like, this only, we can't do anything.
No, no.
I could have missed my flight.
No, no, so I've got your point. Whoever is your family member, one second. Whoever is your family member will get the minutes. If there is nothing there, please come back and hold me accountable. Anyway,
I think this should be taken care of because it's not about me. The guards are given entry of
ma'am,
they know this car.
ma'am, 1 second. No, 1 second. I'm an Indian, you're an Indian. Did the guy not know that he's blocking somebody's this thing? So then what do you do? What do you do? No, no, so what do you do? So ma'am, no, there's not, I have no power. We will address it. But thank you so much. But thank you for your apologies. Okay. So the second issue, the third, I've covered the lack of trust. A lot of people were just not paying CAM because they say, "Pata nahi kahan ja raha hai." We've had a dialogue. Okay. So I will cover CAM in detail subsequently. The chairman says, let's finish the first agenda item. Okay, just one second.
So we'll go based on the agenda. So the accounts are circulated, and then you've seen the presentations. Now we recommend the accounts for you to approve it.
The observation is that meetings of the PMC have been online, and that is irregular and may have the decisions taken may have problem.
So, Mr. Tiwari, if I'll kill this issue. I have spoken to the auditor.
Let us listen to him completely. Please,
No,
sir.
if it is part of the accounts audit report, we have to vote it out. That it is no part of the function of an auditor. The auditor has to see the accounts. He cannot go into the management and other functions of the society. So he is exceeding his jurisdiction, and from where he gets this idea that there may be legal problems because of this. Apparently, this has come tutored from some source, and taking advantage of it, there is a potential trouble. The same happened with the earlier audit report also. The auditor was, at the last moment, he gave so many observations which he had never discussed with us. And we came to know that he was dictated from a group of people, and those observations became the point of a long drawn litigation which went up to High Court.
Yes, sir. Your point is taken
My
well.
point is that we should pass a resolution for this first observation is concerned, that it is not approved.
So we'll
Your
record
point
your
is taken, well taken. Bylaws 119 says the board shall meet as often as necessary, but at least once in 3 months. So this part we are taking care of, and we met this Friday physically, and that will be part of the minutes, and this is a physical meeting. Now we are not going to the interpretation part. Now when they said that the board has to meet as often as necessary, but at least once in 3 months, we are not going into the interpretation parts, whether online meeting is valid or invalid, or physical meeting is compulsory or not. We don't want to give this charge to the auditor again. So for the first quarter, we met in June 24th, and the second quarter, we met on this Friday, 26th of September. So this is complied with, and we are not going into the interpretation part, and this will not be part of the audit report hereafter.
we are also making sure that whichever meeting is held, if the attendance says on video conference, whenever the member is present here, we are requesting him to initial that against his name. So the attendance will be actual. Where there's leave of absence, we are putting down leave of absence. I think this is a formality, Mr. Tiwari's point taken, and our response is going to be this.
The,
No, no, one second, one second. No, this process has been done under the Cooperative Societies Act, the charter, the chart, no, listen to me. No, because, you are taking us off the agenda, yaar. There is no IT Act. You please tell me which IT Act covers a cooperative housing society. So please talk of Goa Cooperative Societies Act. This act is. Where? Valid where? Valid in the court of law. Valid where? Please, Mr. Lambia.
I'll clarify. Please, I'll clarify.
You have not gone back to the notes. There are questions regarding notes. If you want me to pass the auditor's report based on a voting, then you can't just jump from there to can.
No, I've not jumped.
Please go back. Please go back to the notes. You
Please,
cannot just.
please maintain. Please, Jadip, 1 minute. Let me clarify to you. See, the Information Technology Act, yes, it recognizes the electronic evidence, and the Companies Act specifically mentions that video conferencing of directors' meetings are followed. But the Cooperative Act is not integrated with that, and Cooperative Act is different. No, it doesn't supersede. It doesn't supersede.
No, please show me the authority. See, no, please show it. Please show it. Please put it in writing. We will, please complain to ARCS that we are not complying. No problems. No, do that. Please do that. Okay. Yeah, we are on the notes. Yeah. Yeah, so it's okay. You can see it. It's right in front of you. Please read it. You can read it. You take your time. It's the first item. You should have read it, by the way. This report has come to you. No, this report came to you 15 days back. No, you please walk out. You should have read this. You cannot, you cannot ask us to educate you. Please question, but don't say it'll take me time. Don't say it'll take me time. You should have the paper with you. This paper has been sent to you, Mr. Nair. So what? No, you are disrespecting the time of others. I am not, this committee is not, we are not only accountable to you, we are accountable to everyone. You are delaying the proceedings by being ignorant.
Please maintain decorum, please.
Yes, so my question is that whether this online meeting of PMC, where it is prohibited.
There is no prohibition.
It's neither prohibiting nor allowing, that is the ambiguity. It's neither prohibiting nor allowing, that is the ambiguity.
No, why audit observation? When something is not prohibited, then it is our outlook. On what basis he says?
Shall I explain you that? Yeah, I'll explain you. See, when an account is audited of any entity, whether it is a non-profit organization, profit organization, or government organization, so the first thing that auditor looks at is the governance, because the accounts are affected by the governance. All the decisions are taken by the governing body. Now, if that governing body is not meeting frequently as per the legal obligations, then that will come in the audit report, not only here, even in the companies. If the board has not met and so per any quarter, they will point it out. So we should not be unduly worried about that. That is the past. Now, how to deal with this? If there is any obligation comes, then we have to defend ourselves, saying that this is neither prohibited here nor permitted here. So we have taken that. But as of now, we don't want to go into these arguments. We don't want to waste our time on this but trivial issues. We want to see that the law is complied with. So we are meeting physically once in a quarter. June quarter we met.
Where is that law that there must be physical meeting? That's my question.
It's not there. It's 119 says, bylaw 119 says, the board shall meet as often as necessary, but at least once in 3 months.
Mr. Tiwari, I think we are splitting hair here. In that meeting, physical meeting, 3 members are on online and we are recording them as online and we are doing. Your point has been taken. I will record it accordingly. And our response is simple, that we have taken the advice and we will also have members who are attending online do that. If there is a requirement of having a totally online meeting, we will record it as such and we will sign it and we will minute it. There's no problem on that.
Please.
Purpose behind that, this whole rule, is that 1 or 2 people, a president or a secretary or a treasurer on his own, should not run the society. It is a collective responsibility of the management committee. So that is the underlying principle behind the whole thing. So as long as whether 3 of you are physically present and 3 of you are online, the same principle is not being violated. There are 5 of you, 6 of you. I think the quorum is 4, no?
Yeah, yeah.
So
See,
as long as it is there, it is perfectly fine.
Quorum for the board meeting is 50%.
Yeah, and
So there are 8 directors, 4 are quorum.
yeah,
So 4 were present physically, even if you eliminate those online, quorum is there and the meeting is valid.
as a senior lawyer, he says what is right. Unless there is a specific prohibition, I cannot stab and kill somebody. There is specific prohibition there. That is why I cannot do it. Similarly, if there is no specific prohibition, I hope it's understood.
So, Colonel Joseph, for transparency, we want to have everyone in that meeting and we have them. Even if 50% are online, we are maintaining it. And, this observation won't come next time. Mr. Tiwari's point is taken. Now, since Mr. Nambiar made so much noise about the other note points, let me just tell you. Point number 3, we are maintaining the register. It was shown to them. And I do not know why this has come in. So the auditor said कि हमें ये बोलना पड़ता है, नहीं तो वो बोलते हैं तुमने कुछ नहीं लिखा. Okay. Fixed asset register. We have a fixed asset register. We can improve it, and that is work in progress. We will improve it. Okay. And in that, we will also take the help of the residents to carry out a physical audit, because we've got items. For example, the board which has been replaced outside at the main entrance on book, it still has a value of 80,000 rupees. It was not working for many times. And I have a witness here. Okay. And so it has been replaced. So somewhere we have to write it off. And if I write it off, somebody will say, iske ghar mein gaya hai. So we will have members to do it. Okay. The next point on TDS, the society had issues of cash flows or whatever it is. All payments in this current financial year are up to date, online, and in time. Okay. We are operating online, and Joel is witness. Anyone can see them. The very next day, the payment is made. Okay.
This is anyway of the previous year, no?
This is previous year. No, he has a right to ask for previous year. But what I'm saying is that you can't come to a meeting without reading the minutes and agenda and then, waste time of others who have read it. That's my only point. I mean, if he had not said that it'll take time and he had read it out, I wouldn't have taken offense. It is that. Okay. GST on non-occupancy. We will be discussing non-occupancy. After we discuss it and we come to a figure, I will take a legal opinion from more than one source. And if GST is applicable, we will charge it. If it is not applicable, we'll see. At the moment, it's not a problem. TDS against vendors, again, it is for the previous year. Now, the day the payment has to be made, the chartered accountant tells me the TDS to be deducted. The TDS is deducted, payment is made, that with the payment, the challan is filled and it is done up to date. I mean, I can assure you of this. Okay. Similarly, Form 26 and other things will be updated. This was a problem which existed in the past, and we have learned from it and we are moving on. I am not going to judge anyone. Okay. Internal auditor, I have already mentioned to all of you. And then fire insurance is going to come as a point. It's a valid point. The chairman will speak on that subsequently. Point number 10. Yes, we have been in violation. Mr. Tiwari has given a reply to the auditor that violation has been overcome now. And as of 2 days back, Joel has made all the payments and the forms are going to go there and we'll be compliant. Okay. Uh, a reconciliator appointment again was a pending issue. We will be coming to it and taking approval. A reconciliator has been agreed upon and we'll come to that. So this is the points of the notes. There is no major issue or alarming issue, and whatever issues are there, the assurance I'm giving you here on the record is that all those items have been taken care of. What has happened in the past, we will deal with it when we get there.
Yes, please.
So
Now,
now,
your approval, please. Good to go. Good to go. Any objections? Yeah. We did. Yeah, please. Yes, sir.
I will record that.
That will be recorded, and we treat it as passed now.
Anybody else with can second it, and I'll add his name. Okay, Varsha. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, we'll go to the third item, to appoint the statutory auditor for the financial year 2025-26 as per rules. Anjali Kutikar and associates being eligible for the same may be considered.
Okay, so we're quite satisfied with the auditor. We were late with our accounts as always, but she was kind enough to devote time in spite of Ganesh Chaturthi and 5-6 other festivals. And I'm the only one who's lost hair and raised my BP. Next year it won't happen. So we go on to the next point.
Yeah. Next point is, so we'll treat it as approved. Yeah, please take that. Item 4, to discuss the following issues of relevance of the society, the STP of the society and related issues. We have already debated the legal part, but on the operational part, when we took over on 24th of June, 30th of June, the blower of the STP has gone out of order. And once the blower is out of order, then the odor and all those problems will be there. On war footing, we put it back. And then we got the tanks cleaned up. Now the issue is the chemicals what we are using. So we want to take an opinion. If any of you, any of the members are experts in sewage treatment plant operations, we request to come forward and help us in improving these operations. Professional help we are seeking, but if some member who has knowledge about that comes forward, that will be definitely different than what the professional help we seek.
I'll just add to what the chairman, I mean, from top to bottom, including whitewash, cleaning, lighting, I would
should take some responsibility. So our appeal is, please, yes sir, please.
Colonel Joseph, you know, we've been on the back foot on this. We haven't played one stroke on the front foot. I discussed with Joel and I discussed with Sila, and I said, please put a sieve at the outlet of every tower. And let that be blocked. And when it gets blocked, we will empty it out and we'll throw it. Because I have been to the STP, and believe me, the amount of plastic and sanitary napkins and diapers that come out, the fan sucks them at high pressure and it gets blocked, because with that high pressure, you can see they're vertical pumps. No comments, ma'am. You know, but this is we are only mentioning this because we want you to understand our challenge. And you know, there's no way. A lady came and spoke. Ma'am.
But how do we know who is doing it?
Now that the ends up there, from all the 639 plots, how do I know that from where it is coming, or which plot it is coming?
When Tata's designed
I sought your approval. You approved it. But there are some informative parts which we are just passing on information. We don't know how resolution is passed for these informative parts. It is only for information and discussion. So these two differences, and maybe going forward, we segregate this into two parts. Where resolutions are required, we'll put the draft resolution as well. And where informative part is there, we just pass on the information. That's it. Now, in this case, item, auditor, we need a
It's been
resolution.
passed. Auditor has been approved. Yeah.
Yes, that is approved. The fourth item is a simply discussion. That is the STP issue, we gave you the information. Second one is legal cases being pursued by the society and those the society is depending. The society is depending is the STP case. That is the main case which we are depending.
No, that has already been taken earlier. It has been passed during Mr. Tiwari's time. It's there on record.
Okay. The cases being pursued by the society against others. You have anything?
So, just
NCDRC case.
there is only one case. Mr. Tiwari has been kind enough to pursue it on behalf of all of us. We will have to someday record this in golden letters. There is no other case against the society that the society is pursuing in courts other than the STP issue and the NR.
Yeah.
Okay.
Item
As
C,
of-
conveyance deed. Now this conveyance deed is hanging in balance.
May I just interrupt here?
Yeah, please.
So regarding these legal cases, no, Mr. Tiwari is actually the chairman earlier. And there was a proposal, because since the people had to come over from Bombay and multiple times, it was taken up in SGPM, where they had made a request saying that some sort of monetary compensation should be paid to them. Now, I had vociferously opposed that at that point in time, because once you allow an office bearer to take money for expenses, somebody says I want to come in AC3 tire, somebody says I want to take a flight, well, it's not really a fair. But now that he's no more the chairman, and he's been doing it pro bono for some time, and he's doing a lot of good work and is experienced, perhaps it is time we actually considered
to consult, take legal opinion on amending those paras which trouble us. One of the members from Tower 1 volunteered, sat on it for 4 weeks after reminders and then said, I can't comment on this. So this thing is that what we propose to do is that we will now follow up a letter to the chairman, Tata Housing, to say that, this is the history of your interaction with us. This is our fear of our society. We are not going to write off our warranties and your past liabilities. So please have this para amended by your lawyers and send it to us and then give us the conveyance deed. We've started a dialogue and we are going to keep going on it, because the threat of the conveyance deed is that if we don't have a conveyance deed, the ARCS will cancel our registration. That is the fact.
I have one question. If there is a case that we have filed as the society against Tata Housing, should we be having any communication with them? Isn't it sub judice? And I'm just asking, I don't know.
We should not be. We should not be. You are right.
Your
So when are
point
this-
is correct, but there can be two opinions on it. You see, people do go into arbitration. All right, you can have a case, but you can go into arbitration. So we want to keep the door open. The case is being pursued very vigorously by Mr. Tiwari, and the conveyance deed is very much a part of it. Okay, we feel that somewhere at the lower level, people are not playing up, and maybe if we raise it to the highest level, there may be a change. At the end of it, the interests of the society are not going to be compromised. We keep this lingering, we only add to challenges, because tomorrow we get a notice that you don't have the conveyance deed, we're cancelling your society registration, will again be running somewhere. So at least now we can say, no, we have had a dialogue with them. When you go to court also, we must have something. This is my view.
Yeah, it's a little tricky and sensitive is all I was trying to highlight. Yeah, sure.
It's, also, it's not just the STP, which was the, I don't know. It's not just the STP, which is, coming in way of the conveyance.
I think there were many points because I was also attending all the meetings that time. There were so many other things, structural issues, construction problems, seepage down, expansion joint problem. There were a list of things, the whole lot of list of
So,
things.
ma'am, those are being pursued by that independent case by 30 members.
Okay.
The society is pursuing just these three major issues, ma'am.
The conveyance is for everybody.
Yeah. So the major issues, and I think that focus that Mr. Tiwari has given it is I think perfectly valid. Structural issues, repairs, warranty, etc. Are the others? That case has never come up for hearing, so it'll never see the light of day.
And then we get the conveyance deed, then we're stuck with the problems of those issues.
No. That in any case we are stuck with the property. Now, if we don't get the conveyance deed, we have more problems. So that's as far as the conveyance deed is concerned. With the chair's permission, I'll come on to the next issue, and I'll take it on because I have close involvement with it. So the PMC had an extension of contracts up to 30th June. We sought extension for 3 months, and we were hoping in these 3 months that we would be able to issue fresh requests and for proposals and hand out fresh tenders. Unfortunately, we've been STP'd, and it's just not been possible. And therefore, we are going to request this body to allow us to extend contracts for another 3 months or till award of the fresh contract, whichever is earlier. Connected with this, in our internal discussions, we felt that some places where safety is involved, we are not going to compromise, and the lifts are an important issue. DG sets, we have gone into for AMCs only from the OEM. They do tend to be expensive, but in the long run, the equipment is going to be maintained better. So, courtesy, my colleague Guru Raj, as far as the lifts are concerned, we are close to it. When we come to that point, I will just share the figures with you, and we will seek specific approval when we come to that budget. Basically, what it is, what we decided that we will lay down a criteria to evaluate every offer. Once we've laid down that criteria, it will be transparent, it will be shared with you. We will evaluate those as per that criteria and only award that way. I mean, so that list of criteria has to be finalized. All of you who are dealing with tenders and contracts, it'll be no rocket science. We'll only do copy and paste with a little bit of this thing. So the idea is that, or the assurance is that there'll be total transparency on that. Okay.
Go to the next item.
Yeah.
So we'll treat it as a approved item. Okay, fine. Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Please.
Yes.
Monetary consideration is there.
Okay. So Colonel Joseph and Varsha again. Okay.
Fine.
Let's stick to it.
So next item is.
Next is CAM related issues.
CAM related, you can continue.
Okay. So what I want to tell you is that, besides the CAM, there's an issue on how we subdivide the CAM. There are some legal issues also. And a lot of members have been protesting. Beyond a certain limit, Mr. Tiwari pays GST on every CAM because we charge on the entire amount. However, there are some elements which are where GST is applicable and some where they are not. So we want the approval of this meeting to modify the way we charge the CAM. At the moment, we are not going to tinker with the total figure because we are still work in progress, and we haven't had an audit and we haven't incurred expenditure. I'll come to that issue. So basically, we will divide the charges in such a manner where those aspects where GST is applicable will only be charged, and if they don't meet that thing, they will not pay GST. This is basically all the 3-bedroom people are affected. It may just happen that the government tinkers with the rates, and then maybe those with 2 bedrooms also get impacted. So this is a standard practice followed in Mumbai. There's no rocket science. One of our members has only given us the suggestions, Behzad, and I want to acknowledge that. And the amount that you will be charged will not change. Okay. But Mr. Tiwari may get benefit from this in some ways. So this is how the fresh CAM will be divided into all these heads and non-GST put down there. There is also a legal ruling that not every head in CAM can be charged based on square foot. Security is per flat. Okay. Plumber, electrician is per flat. So we are going to comply with that also, because if tomorrow, when some of our friends in Tower 12 and 12A run out of ideas, then these are the ideas that they're going to come. Okay. So if we have the approval for this from the next quarter onwards, we will modify the thing. Yeah, please.
Are you sure about that? What is the legal precedent you're talking about? See, the Goa rules, I think the bylaws do not perhaps permit that. In Delhi, depending on the area,
The court rulings that
applicable here in Goa.
I mean, there's a precedent in more than one court where CAM cannot be charged as per square foot. So for example, on every head it can't be charged standard as square foot.
Let me just explain to you, what happened in Delhi. I was secretary there, that's why we've gone through this process. So you have two components, CAM of course is the common area maintenance, and then you also have that sinking fund. As far as the sinking fund is concerned, that is basically based on an area, because after all, an apartment will have more.
Absolutely.
But the CAM, the same logic, whether it is a lift being used, the water consumption, whether it is a security, is actually same. So in Delhi, every apartment, whether it is a big or small, you all pay the same CAM charges. Now, same CAM charges, the complete one I'm talking about. Only the sinking fund, depending on the size of the apartment. Now, in Delhi also, it used to be different, like Goa once upon a time. And this point, I actually checked up long ago when I learned that one bedroom guy is paying only 1,500 rupees and I'm paying 5,000. So there is a specific bylaw here. Now, if that bylaw has been challenged and the Bombay High Court at Goa has given a ruling on that, then it will be applicable to you. You can take advantage. Otherwise, you simply can't. Am I right, sir? Okay, it's all right. I mean,
No,
if it is happening,
I would differ. Firstly, there is no standard rule laid down in the Act or the rules.
It says very clearly in the bylaw, sir.
No, it says you can charge CAM. Okay.
I thought it says clearly it will be based on the just go the bylaw of Goa.
No,
because there is a if that is there, it will be a big violation.
No. So exactly, we will do that. But we will do that for those aspects of funds where square foot matters. But there are enough court rulings where it says that you cannot charge security, lift, etc., etc. So I leave it to the House because this has been an objection from many members.
So it is not of our choice. If the law says clearly that you have to pay as per the square foot, the CAM charges, then you have to pay. And if that has been challenged before this High Court in Bombay, of Goa, and if Goa has said that, yes, this is not correct, you cannot charge X, Y, Z, then we can adopt it. Otherwise, we are not allowed to. Anyway, just have a look at that bylaw. I think it says clearly that it will be as per the what you call square foot area. Just open it, have a look.
Yeah. Then there is a mention. There is a mention of that sort, but I did not see a conflict between the two. And I think the purpose of that clause is to tell us that we cannot overcharge or we cannot randomly charge. The basis is this thing. But if my logic is that security, whether you're on 1 bedroom or 3 bedroom, the one man is handling it, everyone pays equal. Lift is being used by everyone.
But as per law, it is even in Maharashtra, we've also got people in our society in Pune who bring up the same issue.
It is actually changed, sir.
The law is that it is actually per square foot.
No, the law has been set aside in the Bombay High Court. So we can defer this.
If it is there, sir, I mean, I will.
No, Bombay High Court, but not Goa bench. Bombay High Court.
Bombay High Court is good enough.
And Delhi High Court. Bombay High Court and Delhi, there are High Court rulings.
Delhi, the law itself has changed. But just have a look, sir.
So Bombay High Court, I am 100% sure, has passed a ruling that it cannot be done. I don't have it. I have it somewhere in my laptop. I'll find it. So we can defer this. No, yellow. Please take this. So I mean, this is for you all to decide because that's what I'm asking. No, we can defer it. We can defer it by 3 months. Yeah. No, no.
As long as you don't break any laws.
No, no, we don't break it.
Within the law. Permissible activities or not, we should break any law.
In principle, are we in agreement that we'll modify this? If yes, then what modification will happen can follow.
And that can be legally vetted later on. Yeah. Are we
So
okay?
the vote is only on the principle, not on the.
Yeah, yeah. That should we take this forward? Whether we implement it now, this quarter or next quarter, we'll take approval again. Okay. Okay, sir.
Also, does this have to be the principal approval or does it have to be in this forum or should we take it to the larger?
No, this is the largest forum.
This is an AGM, this is the larger one.
It looks small, but it is.
You'll never find entire, you won't find anything more than this. Itna hi hai.
Darshan madam, again you want to come back.
No. Then it will be called an SGM, wo itne hi honge, maybe lesser.
Last time we had 2 members for the SGM.
Principle if something is decided by Bombay High Court.
Yeah.
You can certainly choose to follow Bombay High Court, but not follow. It's very clear. The judgment of Bombay High Court is binding in law.
Thank you, Mr. Tiwari. Again, why I raised this issue is that I don't want to be on the back foot and reacting to a notice. I want to be on the front foot and preemptive. I will go by whatever the chairman.
Bylaw 63 and clause 4, expense, clause 3, common charges at the rate per square meter of each plant premises. The board shall apportion the share of each member towards the charges of the society on the following basis: property taxes, water charges, common electricity charges, expenses and repairs and maintenance of the buildings, expenses and repairs and maintenance of the lift, including charges for running the lift, management charges, car parking charges, interest, all of this is listed out. But here it is saying that it should be on area.
That's good.
It's clear.
It is updated latest.
No, no, this is the copy of that. This is the draft sample issued by the Goa Co-operative Society in 2022, which has been picked by us, including the board of directors of some other bank on our first page.
So it says that property taxes as fixed by the local authority, water charges as decided by the general body from time to time on equal basis or equitable basis. Common electricity charges per square meter.
Equal or equitable. So that's exactly, we are just being equitable. I mean, the property tax is a minor amount, but that common area is available to everybody irrespective of whether you're 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom.
I know that's the water charge, only water charges, but that is not the big amount. Big amount is electricity and maintenance. And maintenance both are on per area. basis. Common electricity charges and permitted of each flat premises, and expense and repairs and maintenance. This is the big amount. Here at the rate per square meter of the built-up area of each flat premises. So this big ticket items
So,
are on area basis.
Mr. Naidu, what I would wish to say is that why this point was raised was because I have seen the Bombay High Court rulings, and it says that it cannot be charged on square foot basis. And all they've said is that where the facility is common and everyone they think it will be standard. But where area can be applied, there you apply this thing.
High Court ruling is not binding on other states. High Court ruling is binding only in that state. It is binding on the entire country.
No,
Goa bench decides.
I-
it is binding.
there's a difference of opinion between the previous chairman and this chairman. I can leave it and defer it.
One High Court cannot dictate to the other state.
The problem here is the laws of Bombay, I mean, that is Maharashtra and Goa are two different things. Now, when you interpret the law of Maharashtra or Delhi, the clauses are different. When this says explicitly see in clearly, expenses, management charges at the rate per square meter of the flat premises. No, there is no leeway unless we take it up, go challenge this, because this is a bylaw, it needs to be challenged. And then a ruling is given, then it can be corrected.
So we can defer it. We'll refer it to our authority, the ARCS. We will tell them this is what we want to do, and we will do it subsequently with all the rulings. And no, you see, I have to satisfy the members. This issue has come from members. It's a point from members, and
These are the laws were there in Delhi also. Over a period of time, it is actually changed. They realize that it is there. Goa has not changed it.
so do I take it at the moment? We discuss the issue, and we have deferred it for subsequently because further clarity on the legality is required. Okay.
The discussion given to AGM is on the water charges. That is the only discussion given. That is a small, very negligible amount in the entire amount.
That is too small an amount, what do you want to do? Unnecessarily.
Okay, irrespective of the way in which you charge, 1 rupee here and there will come.
Yeah.
But the major big ticket items, that is the electricity and maintenance charges, here it is clearly mentioned that it is as per the area. Now, even if you want to amend this, if the act and rules
You can apply that.
is not permitting, then the bylaw cannot be against the act and rules. Whatever is there in the bylaw, the act and rules override. So
It
bylaw
should be that
cannot
some
be against the
other
act and
member
rules.
comes up and says, why did you do this, you've broken this law and that law.
No,
This is, first of all, it's not permitted. So if it is there in the act and rule, then you can amend. Otherwise, you can't even amend.
So the item was discussed, and it has been deferred for want of agreement and need for other things. For further examination, yes, sir. We will take the counsel of all those who are in this. No, all the 3-bedroom owners have a problem, and I gave them a commitment that I will raise it, and I've raised it. Now we'll see. Okay, this is the broad utilization of the CAM that is happening in terms of percentages. As you can see, facility management is the biggest this thing. Other expenses, etc., covered. Income tax is also fairly high element, but that is just indicative because we will not charge income tax to the CAM. We will charge it to the fund itself. So the picture that you get may be a little misleading in that sense. I mean, this is the expense that we have. So
Part of what we're actually collecting, what is the percentage? I mean, 100% in terms of incoming funds that we should pay as.
So, Colonel Joseph, I have not had any problem paying any bill, and we still have enough in the corpus. Okay. I have been pushing to get people out. Eventually, I'm hoping that in the next 6 months, our defaulters are down to 5%, and we will have enough. Himanshu, it is between, you see, there are different figures. There are people with 5 lakhs, 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, and 30%. 30 rupees. Okay. So the picture that I give you will be very, if I give a number, it will be misleading. But all I want to say is that there are only about 15 people who are in that big ticket this thing. And once we go for them, which we will, things will change. So CAM is not an issue, or running the society is not an issue. Okay. 1 sec. I'm sorry, yeah, okay. So keep that in mind. We don't have to keep going back. And secondly, whenever I give financial concurrence to the chairman, I am able to say that this is budgeted. You know, every other society follows a budget. Every institution follows a budget. So as far as facility is concerned, the first thing I want to tell all of you is we are a non-compliant society, period. And the reason is that wages have gone up, and we have not increased the amount because our contract has kept extending. Uh, The implication is not very large. Somebody goes to court and we get prosecuted, then almost 2.5 years, we have been compliant, and we will have to pay that and penalties, etc. We also have the issue with the ARCS where we had not deposited that money, but between Dr. Suhani and Joel, they have sweet talked Harshada, and she has just taken the money as it is. So the society has been saved some money thanks to these two.
She has not taken the money, she has approved it. There is a whole lot of difference, please.
No. I said she has not charged us any additional money. Okay.
So because this is going online, so let's be careful.
So if this body approves this broad budget, then we will adopt it and we will stick to this. Yeah, it's a financial matter, so it must be approved.
But right now, I have a question. What is the difference between the two? That is 30 crores, this is 10 crores.
We had 1 second. We had arrears of tax from the previous year which were not paid, and we paid in the next year. That's why there's a big this thing. Yeah.
Advance of tax was not paid in time and it was not calculated properly.
No. We defaulted in payment of income tax of the previous year. We didn't have money, and so it has been paid in the next financial year. And that is why the outflow has gone in the next financial year. Yeah. Yeah, so repair and maintenance, I'll come to that issue.
So just to understand, this facility management charges is actually budgeted 22 lakhs and the expenses are going 1 crore. It's a huge difference. Is it something that because of the tax, it is a difference, or is it just
No.
the budget is actually 22 lakhs?
No, it's 2 crores, 200 lakhs.
I think it's a typo then.
Yeah, it's 2 crores.
Yeah, it's a typo then.
Yeah,
That's what I thought, that why there's a big difference.
Yeah. There's 1 zero missing.
And the budget, the expenses were more and the budget is
I
less.
I will correct that. Thank you so much. Yes.
Zero makes a big difference.
I would have corrected the figure in the record that would have gone to you. This, yeah, the whole figure will change. Yeah.
No, it will not match, but then again, it will.
No, it won't match, but
not
thank you so much,
match.
sir. I owe you one.
The 1 0 is this.
This is my neighbor from my tower, so I owe him one. Huh? Thank you, sir.
No, sir, I was just shocked.
Yeah.
So, just one question.
Huh.
We pay facility management to CLAC.
Huh.
But is CLAC fulfilling their obligation to their employees? Are they paying their PF and
So that's what I said. We are a non-compliant society for almost 2 years. We are not complying with that because I'll show you that. Let me just see if I can. I will show you what it is. Where the hell is it?
So SIDA has brought it up to you.
Yes.
They will bring it up.
No.
They are the employer.
See, this is a bit controversial. When we enter into a contract with anyone, we expect that he is compliant with all the laws and regulations. And we put a clause in the agreement as well, saying that this is the requirement. Now, in spite of all that, if he defaults, of course, we are responsible as a principal employer. But from day one, we are not responsible. So we expect him to be compliant with the laws and regulations. Whether this clause was inserted or not is a question I have not seen. To be honest, I have not seen that. And then when we make the monthly bills, we ensure that he is compliant till the last month. Suppose he gives me a September bill. Along with the September bill, you give me the payment challenge of PF and ESI for the period of August. You would have already paid, I paid you August bill, so you would have paid. So now when he comes to me for with the October bill, then I will insist for September. That means there is only 1 month. This process was followed or not, we don't want to go into history and then dig out all that. If it was not done, it was not done. So there is nothing I can do at this moment. All that I can do is going forward. This is what I'm going to adapt. Yes.
No, no, so, for whatever reason, whether it was cash flows or lack of funds, etc., I have stated categorically we are non-compliant. Okay. And the contractor says that he has told us. The agreement says that he will comply with the rules. But obviously, he's not paying from his service charges, which is the only way he can be compliant. Okay. And so what he's doing is he's not depositing PF. And there is a lot of been protests and murmur. We want to stop that. So therefore, the difference that we get in the expenditure is by about 10%. So, yeah, we can, no, we have no choice. If we don't do it, we'll be levied with the penalties and other things. I mean, we have no choice. There are areas where we can reduce costs, which we will work on. I mean, for example, the highest paying staff member of Sila, he was not performing for us at all, giving us value for money. That's gone. So that's a big saving. Okay. Now, connected to this, the other thing I wanted to sort of bring up here, and I let the chairman say, that you see, in our effort to cut manpower and cut costs, we've got the barest minimum people, whether it is security guard, whether it is plumber, whether it is electrician, given what we have. I would request all of you to just walk around the complex and see the wiring, the switches, the lights, etc. And I don't have to tell you we have a problem. And the reason why we have a problem is that because somewhere down the line, in our generosity, we said okay, they will go to homes. So there are people running commercial establishments in this place who obviously can take better care of the electrician. And the electricians and the plumbers are on call to them directly. And I mean, don't ask me to say any more. And so while we want to be nice to our members, when we award the next contract, we will keep this issue in mind that we will hire additional staff for a price, take the approval, and then those people can be provided to you, and you reimburse the cost. I mean, if a plumber is coming inside your house, there's a fixed rate. Tap washer change karna, flush ठीक करना ये है, electricity switch का ये है. We will come here for a few days for a holiday, and we don't want to cause inconvenience. But currently, you walk into the STP, the complete panel boards, sab kiya hua hai. A wire has been taken from your switch, which was meant for one item, is now taking care of 3 items. And the electrician is never available. Because the morning they come, these property managers start ringing them up, and obviously they're taking care of them, they're going there. So this harsh decision had to be taken by the chairman, but it's not that we are blind to your.
Can I just bring up one point? See, it's okay. There are two things: there's plumbing and there's electricity. Electricity, not much can be done.
So-called commercial activities happening. If the flush is not working and my flush starts overflowing, it empties the thing out. The motors are supposed to start on automatically and come on, but for some reason, once it empties and if the motor is not started, there'll be air. And not only in that flat, but in every other flat. Okay. Now, without going into the whether if my airlock has happened because of or Rohit's airlock has happened because of my negligence, it's unfair to punish him. So that point is appreciated.
Changing taps, yes, every owner.
Yeah. So that point is appreciated, and we will modify it. Besides that, we are also aware of the pain that you have when you come for 2 days and you start looking around for a plumber. We want you to be able to ring up, but this is till the award of the next contract, because there'll be a value difference when we negotiate for additional manpower. And it's your money. You want to spend more money on the thing, we are only too happy. But within today's budget, what I want to say is that we are absolutely handicapped in trying to fix things. I mean, you just have to walk around there. You'll see lights hanging, you see half the lights are fused. You just go to the switchboards. Simple thing like an ATS switch, when the light goes off, the lift should start working. Okay, all 14 towers, it's defective. It costs money. The guy has to change it. He has no time. I said, okay, I'll give you two and you start change two and then you keep repairing the others and fix because you cannibalize from one and two and you try and save money. But the guy sits for 2 minutes and somebody rings up. Okay.
Okay, so per want of time, we will skip these informative parts and then go to the approval parts. Your approval is on item I, review and approval of proposed amendments in the bylaws of the society to comply with the current provisions of the Act and rules and enforcement of best practices relating to Rule 40 and Rule 59 of the bylaws relating to subletting, leave and license or caretaker basis. Number 2, bylaw 63X, that is 6310, bylaw 39C, bylaw 6112 to conform to Rule 133 of the rules. Number 3, bylaw 34 to conform to Rule 134 of as it exists. Number 4, bylaw 66 relating to interest on defaulted payments.
Okay. So, with the chair's permission, so the first one, Rule 1459 is more informatory. There are rules which exist in the bylaws as far as letting, subletting is concerned. And unfortunately, members are not following them. We are just sharing this to remind you that you have an obligation to the society and we will follow it strictly. We've already issued an SOP as far as sale of flats is concerned, so that there is no ambiguity, and we will also make an SOP for rentals. And when we talk about rentals, we are only talking of long lease. I'm not talking about commercial activity. That's beyond the purview of this society. We don't have any this thing. Okay.
Go to the next item.
No, I'll just cover the next point. Yeah. So again, this is informatory, bylaw 39, and this relates to sale of property. Okay. Bylaw 66 is important. Let's go back. In 34, there is an issue of what is the premium to be charged. Now, as per the provisions of the Act, Section 134, the latest amendment, which was published, gives the society the powers to charge up to 2% of the market value. Okay. Previous to this, it was 4%, and in our bylaws, it says 1%. Our bylaws have not been amended and not been approved by this body, and therefore, specifically, we have been following 2%, and my request or submission to you all is that this 2% remains. This money is going directly into the building fund. This money will not be used for day-to-day expenditure. So the owner who has sold and given us a premium has actually done all of us a favor for that thing, and it'll be going there. So this is not money that we're going to use for our day-to-day running. As per law, it is required to go to that fund. So my request is, if 2% is approved, we will update the bylaws to 2%.
Yeah, propose and second. You need to pass a resolution there.
I need to just understand, what is this 2% exactly?
Okay. So, ma'am, when I transfer my membership, the expert is sitting here. So the gentleman who was sold to Rohit from 27th Feb 2024 had to be deposited by us with the government. We were in default. We have caught up. We are okay now. So we do that. In addition to that, there is a fee of 2,000 rupees, which is for a transfer, and 100 rupees for the share, this thing.
50 rupees, no? Share. 2,000 plus 50 rupees.
Yeah. So this is it. So basically, our bylaw has not been updated. We have been charging this for quite some time. So ex post facto sanction from the period that we started charging is requested from this body.
We've been charging this 2% now in the last past 6 months, 1 year.
2% from last year.
Because I remember the controversy initially when they made it 4%. The government of Goa, they were really not bothered about cooperative societies because most Goans are affected by it. People from Delhi, Bombay used to actually. So therefore they made 4 and thereafter after pressure brought down to 2%.
So this 2% has come on 27th of Feb 2024, and we are following that. So from that day onwards, we will stick to amending the bylaw to 2% to conform to the rule.
But you're already taking 2%, right?
Yeah.
We are taking, but the rule is to be amended.
But it has not been approved by this body. To amend the bylaws, we need to take your approval and send it to ARCS that our body has approved it, and now we are amending the page. Yeah, well, immediately after the proceedings. Okay. Now, the next important point is bylaw 66. I will. Yeah. So first and second, just 2 people give me a name. Okay, done. Got it. Bylaw 66, I will request the chairman to discuss this. Mr. Tiwari is also here. And this, we should have compound interest at 12%. I think that would be enough of a deterrent once we do that. This proposal had gone, ARCS had told them that, no, you get it done by the next MC. The next MC dragged on for many months and could not be formed. When we took over, we sent the thing to them and he says, no, you have to get approval because that last approval has lapsed. We did not approve it. So that's the same. So we require approval here. It will be effective from the date that you pass it. No. No such fine can be retrospective.
Some action that should be a deterrent. This is the basic concept of internal control. So this is one of the internal controls. This stands on 3 premises, 3 Ds. This internal control should be so effective that the deviation should be, first thing is delayed. If there is no wall here, anyone can just walk in. The action is delayed. Still he can come in the main door, but still is work. So first one is delayed. Next one is when some deviation takes place in spite of all this, then detection. How quickly you can detect? If some violation happens today, if you detect it after 1 year, it doesn't make sense. So it depends on the issue on hand. It can be a few seconds, it can be a few minutes, it can be a few hours or days, depending upon the importance. Third concept is deterrent. Yes, the first, deviation delayed. Second, you have a mechanism to detected it, and third one is deterrent. Now, in this case, the interest, 12% simple interest. Why should I pay? In any case, I have to pay 12% simple interest. I can deploy that capital elsewhere and then earn 24%. Why should I pay 12%? Or why should I pay the CAM charges now? So this mindset sets in. To that mindset, there should be sufficient deterrent, not 12%, 18% is the right appropriate figure. Now, once this bylaw is amended and the interest accrues at that rate, and even if anyone want to sell without clearing the CAM charges, he cannot sell the plot. For recovering the CAM charges also, there is a procedure already. So that procedure was perhaps not utilized, and we are going to do that now. We will definitely utilize that procedure, whatever mechanism is prescribed in the bylaws, and also with the help of ARCS, we will utilize that procedure and see that the CAM is paid. So for those who pay regularly, this has no impact. This is only the habitual defaulters who don't want to pay. It's only for those. Who are those? It's anyone's guess. So we don't want to name them, or no one can name them or do anything there. So it is 18% compound interest is the right figure, and I recommend you to pass this.
No, I have a small problem here.
Yes.
I mean, yes, you maybe justified 18%, 24%, 30%. No, compound interest at 18 is actually tends to be a little excessive. Now, deterrence, it should also be something which would stand judicial scrutiny. 12% compound interest will get through, but 18% compound interest can be termed excessive, and only on that ground it can actually cut away. So, isn't compound interest 12% sufficient?
We are
enough?
not lending money, so.
No, I
this is
agree, it's not money. It
We
is
are
a
not
pro-
lending money, so the question of just and that concept is not applicable.
Shall I, fearlessness. Once we start acting on them, a lot of this fearlessness will disappear. So therefore, you can consider, I have no problem with either of them.
I would have no problem proposing, 18 or even 24, but with compound interest, it makes a huge difference. See how much anybody who's good in mathematics, arithmetic.
No, we
Between simple and this, there's a huge difference.
it'll be just different.
The moment you say that it is penal interest, then judiciary will come into picture. You cannot impose a penalty. Here it is a compensation. So the compensation is no court has cut down this on this ground.
Chalo.
So 18% is a normal thing. Yes.
Yeah.
Can the chairman sir?
Yeah, but we would like to hear everyone. Please.
You're paying, I have nothing to fear. I keep paying. So I
Yeah,
need to-
you must understand that non-payment of CAM charges cuts at the root of the principle of cooperation
Okay.
and strikes the very structure of a cooperative society. Therefore, we can justify if we come down heavily upon defaulters. But you can't continue to avail the facility of the society and not pay for it.
Sir, you've had the last word and we'll go with your word. So it's 18% compound interest. That is how I will propose it, period.
Okay, we go to the next item.
Why don't we have a scheme, people who opt to pay for 6 months, say yearly, annual, give them an interest rebate?
Yes, we will.
So we will consider that later. At the moment, believe me, I'm running to promote Nautiyal कि मेरा flat ले ले यार. I do not know how I fell out of the bed, and Mr. Tiwari caught me in January and made me sign up. And this is only a tribute to all the selfless effort that he's doing, that I have lost my hair and my sleep and my peace of mind. मैं रो पड़ूंगा सर अगली बारी, मैं सच बता रहा हूँ आपको, मेरा इतना बुरा हाल है. तो अभी पहले मेरे को जस्ट मेरे कपड़े तय करके थोड़ा वो फटे वटे रिपेयर करने दो, उसके बाद में हम.
अगर आप खींचते बैठेंगे then you have to provide lunch.
नहीं, मैं नहीं बैठूंगा. The others are all informatory issues. We can just read them and just continue.
So the next item is on the insurance of the structure and machinery of the society. Tatas have taken a insurance policy. That policy was not for the purpose of protecting this one, but they borrowed funds from banks and then they for constructing this project. That is what naturally any builder will do. So as a precondition, any lender will put a clause in the sanction letter saying that this has to be insured. So for that purpose, they are taking insurance for the entire complex. So, okay, now our purpose is different and that purpose is different. So these two are not comparable. So let's not keep on quoting that old policy for the current policy. Now in the current situation, we have two options. Either go for the entire complex as a one single, this one for insurance, or insure only the common assets. If we go for entire building as a one single unit and then insure it, now the question of owners. Some people will say that we have already taken insurance for my flat. Why should I pay it? That is the one question. Second question is the claim management. He says that the paint field have put up a claim. And this, there is a crack in the wall, put up a claim. So this will become administratively impossible to implement. So these risks are there. So our proposal is insure only the common areas. The roads are not required to be insured. What is to be insured? The sewage treatment plant, the electrical distribution system, water distribution system, the lifts, the compound wall, transformers, and other small equipments, whatever is there. The swimming pools, this clubhouse, the gym, these are the areas what we would like to go.
Situation that supposing there is a fire somewhere and it affects 3 homes, okay? A tower or 3 homes in a tower or one phase of it or whatever.
Yeah.
How, because I don't know much about insurance really, so how is it considered as common? Because it could not be arising from a home, it could be arising from somewhere out, externally.
Yeah, so I'll just add to what the chairman said. You see, every home must be insured. I have my home insured. Even my neighbor sets his place on fire, I am covered. Okay. But 9th floor or 8th floor, that flat catches fire, the ceiling comes down, that ceiling is a common area. She goes to swim to the infinity pool every day. She can't go there. That we have to fix. So basically, clubhouse catches fire, it belongs to all of us, and therefore we collectively pay for it. So this is what we are going to go in for. My request to this body is to empower the chairman. We will fix a budgetary limit, 3 lakh rupees. If the policy is within that 3 lakh rupees, we will. He has already explained the format in which he is going to do it, and we will straight away procure the insurance, and we will update.
Budget, because whatever it comes to, you have to pay, right?
Yeah. So you see, if we don't put a budget and we don't take approval now, then we'll have to take approval again, and I cannot issue a check. Okay. So basically, if it is within that 3 lakh, which is approved by this body, then the chairman can negotiate. It may be only 80,000, it may be 90.
Earthquake is different. So that will be calculated different. So
When the earthquake happens, you will only get what for only saving your clubhouse.
there is nothing you will get once there is earthquake. Nanapas are here. Forget about it.
Only talking about the liability society should not have. For instance, we have security guards, maybe in the swimming pool to help out. Suppose something happens to him, will that be catered for?
Between you and me, I just feel for the satisfaction of our members, we go in for all the covers that we can think of, because otherwise there will be somebody who will. It is their money. Otherwise, people will eat.
I want you to say something, please.
Sir, just one question.
Please. Yeah. Yes.
So is there a provision that if any flat owner wants to include in the overall common insurance, is there a provision to add them?
No, because suppose you are on I am in the 7th, tower 11703. If I want to include my flat in common, and if my neighbor doesn't do, my other neighbor doesn't do, then how is this covered? So the insurance company also needs clarity.
No,
I understand.
one second. I'll help you. You're in which 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom?
No, 1 bedroom.
Then you and I are in the same this thing.
Yes.
Yeah, structure 10 साल के लिए होता है. It comes to $4,000 a year. Contents depends on you. 5 years के लिए होता है. वो 2-3 हजार रुपए पर साल का अपना कर लो. इस झंझट में मत पड़ो. नहीं, I'll tell you why. आपका you may save a very tiny amount, but supposing you need it, you will be running and begging me. और मैं हफ्ता लूंगा, आप दे दोगे, and it also covers alternate accommodation. Okay, so you hire Hyatt and you start living in that, because this thing. So my request is that that's the best. These societies are not catered to provide services of that level. I'm making
No, if anyone wants individual flats to be insured, I can help you as a goodwill gesture, not as an obligatory service.
Absolutely.
Right? So if you want, I can help you with that, and ask that the same gentleman who gives us this policy to give you that.
Because it will be like a general contact person, right? Because everyone has its own contacts.
Yes, you
So it
have
will
your
be better
own.
that we communicate to the common person, right?
A lot of people don't know where to go. So we'll do that.
That I can guide you
Sure.
free of cost, without any obligation, and just as a gesture of goodwill.
I can also share ICICI Lombard's contact number. Anybody wants? I'm
That
insured.
is available.
I'm
on
not
the
going to
net
vouch for
anyway.
rates or anything.
Okay.
That's your interest.
Okay.
I just have one clarification.
Please.
I just want one clarification on the insurance. We are looking at lightning strikes and coverage for lightning strikes, right? For RDG? Yeah, that's it.
That's any tall building that cover is
Falling objects.
falling objects.
Whether plane falls or
Falling objects.
satellite falls, it hardly matters. Falling objects.
Falling objects. It's all risks are covered. That's why I said. I mean, NRC that. NRC, if you're listening, you can speak to the chairman. Yeah. First and second, okay.
Okay, I will go to the next item is update members on status of statutory
I won't take
compliance.
long. I will just tell you, we have systemic weaknesses which we have overcome. And we are not there. We don't have a consent to operate as far as the STP is concerned. We've applied. Okay. We don't have a firefighting certificate, which we are doing up the equipment and we will get. As far as lift license is concerned, there is a difference of opinion between what we are being advised and what is my view. We will find whatever is the correct authority and we will go by it. All other statutory compliances we are complying with and we will become compliant.
One point here. So STP, basically you're saying you applied for consent and everything, you might get the consent. The only issue is contentious part is the big number with the fine that they put on us, right?
No, ma'am. The contentious issue is that our STP is still not performing to par. And it's not a one-day problem. It's something that we'll have to deal in the long run.
So they will not consent until then.
No. They will consent that you approve. We are giving you consent as long as you maintain the standards. They will come to check. If we don't meet the standards, they are supposed to show cause us, and we have to say, "Acha, hum theek kar denge." So. I mean, it's.
Basic consent is what we actually.
No. We were not aware of it, so we've not done it.
No, but in case of industries, we just take the consent for 4 years, 5 years, paying the fee at a time. 6 months is too much of a short period. Perhaps we'll talk the pollution control board and then.
Who can give injections, and she is here because of you. She will not let you down. Swani bol de.
No, ये पानी no पानी बिजली बंद होना ये as of now
No, it can't
legally
happen.
we have protection. We have legal protection. So पानी बिजली
Okay.
बंद नहीं हो
Okay.
सकता है.
I just brought up the statutory compliances because there are people who will dig skeletons. I am not looking at skeletons. The guy who's dead is buried, and a new shoot has emerged from that, and so that's why I just wanted to put it down. I'm not going to say why it was not done, who did not do it. It's over. We are doing it. That's the assurance. Yeah,
I can see you're looking very fit, you've been playing a lot.
okay. That there is a large percentage of members, and that's why I put it down, who think, "Arey, property tax dena padta hai." And you have to do it. It's a transaction between you and the panchayat. It's a simple thing. I've shared the figures. They overcharge, and so just go at that appendix. I'll put it as a reminder with this. जितना है, जितने साल का कोई एरियर नहीं चार्ज करता है, and if you want professional independent advice how to change it, उसको संतोष नायक को कैसे करना है, Mr. Naidu will help you on as a goodwill gesture, not as a obligatory service.
On statutory compliance, this security, that will Silla or is separate?
So security has to be a PASARA approved Goa PASARA Act. So Silla has subcontracted, and it's a PASARA approved licensee. No. So because he was not complying with the gate entry register, and so.
Sorry to say, but even when we entered, our taxi just came in, they were not.
No. So that's one. And secondly, that boom barrier will start working soon. No. We've paid all the monies. The man has come and fixed the loop detector. A part has to come from Hyderabad. Why it hasn't come, I don't know. He will speak to a gentleman called Rishabh Jain in Telugu and it will come. There are Kannada speaking Jains also, Mr. Naidu.
They pick up the local language, but they will still do it.
No, but then you speak to him in Kannada, in Telugu, and then he will understand that you're angry. Yeah, no, this is so this will happen. Okay. Now, so property, now as far as these SOPs are concerned, the chairman will just cover them in brief, and why we mentioned them is, like Varsha said, was just to apprise you that we are looking at all these things. The parking is specially being done by Commander Sriharsha. He's already spent 3 months on it, and I think now he's going for a study tour to China, Australia, New Zealand, and UK to study how they do it. Yeah, the chairman has given him this task, but if he delegates it to Sohani or me, you'll get the parking policy in 10 days, and I'll steal his thunder. Basically,
No, I am putting a parking policy, short, sweet, just a paragraph, tomorrow, effective from 1st of October, pending this elaborate policy. Basic structure will be put. I am going to issue the circular and this will come. It's not that you park anywhere and then you expect that other person don't come as long as your vehicle is there. That's not the case.
No. So
I got hit because somebody else parked it. The guy says, I just want to keep it for somebody.
No.
When yesterday we were debating and he was the defaulter. So he parked his vehicle somewhere and someone else, and the security guy has came running.
I told you. Not.
You know, we took permission from our.
Of those photographs of fire safety and then the morning darshan. It is there. Just show that. Put those photographs.
And actually, we were into it, but because of this STP, we all were.
I know, I can understand.
You can see some photographs.
We left everything and we were.
Is this the way we want to live?
So
just put that, display that.
So Mr. Naidu wakes up to this.
Okay. So this is the firefighting equipment and supposed to be, and so you can see there.
And so is there the rental kind of a thing?
That is yesterday, until today it is there. You can go and see there.
Okay. So this is of course Tower 5. You guys are on a higher level, so you don't get to see it, but peep out from there.
Just go. Where is my morning darshan?
There are. बहुत है.
I think it was earlier.
No, it is subsequent.
No,
Yeah,
it's
earlier is earlier.
What is the morning darshan?
You can just hold a second. You also can have a darshan.
sorry.
Yes. This is what, the moment I open my door, this is my morning darshan.
No, this should not be allowed. I've seen it. In fact, the very first time I came here to possession and all, I came to, obviously I was sent to one address only.
So-
You understand?
a notice has been issued. The Sila staff has been briefed. The deadline has been given.
Moving up so many sheets, blocking the lift, blocking the, the pathway.
Yeah, you came that day and you saw that day.
I've seen it. Even the
So
time when
this
I
we have already issued a.
The circular has gone, so we are implementing this very
As if
soon.
they are the owners of the entire place.
So my request to all of you is please cooperate and then create this awareness, spread this awareness amongst your neighbors, friends, relatives.
They must consider that there are other people also. You can't be doing it. You take it inside, take the trolley inside. No?
Yeah. That's about this, policies that we are, all these are in a work in progress, except that one which we have issued yesterday. Yesterday we issued 2 circulars. One is the common area where no one is permitted to place this. The other one is the use of the electricians and plumbers. So we will give you a clarification on what will be attended to, what will not be attended to, what will not be attended to. Please do not embarrass the technician.
Yeah. And whoever is in charge of going around, it should be a routine thing to visit every building at least months?
No, no,
If it's possible.
we will do that, and you all can also help. So with Mr. Naidu's permission, just two issues I'll cover. One is pet policy. There's already a pet policy in place. There have been a lot of incidents. There are problems. We are revising that. And to put it simple, if you're not carrying a poop carrier with you, we will fine you. Okay. Dog without a leash, we will fine you, because some people are scared, whatever it is. Now, having said that, there are those tall trees behind the swimming pool, that open area. Nobody really is using it. There are two facilities that I would like you to consider. I don't want a ruling. One is we have a small pet park, so that people can take them there rather than taking them to the basement parking, which is what people are doing, and then they push off. And everyone's got those two dogs of Tower 5 to blame. Those dogs don't litter and don't trouble anyone. And the second thing is a small park for children, where there are few swings and all that.
We had earlier also suggested the one behind, gym ke samne.
We can, so the place has to be identified, and we'll put a pew.
For the dogs was perfect. Even I discussed it with my husband once, long time.
Yeah, so
Put a bin there in our
no,
society.
no. Not only will that place be fenced, we'll work out a budget, but you'll have a bin, a little bit of obstacle course or something. We won't take too much area, so that people can go in there, and a bench to sit if you want to sit, and your dog is free and running around, and you're throwing the ball.
I'll share some pictures with you, which you can put. You can embarrass somebody who's bringing a dog and leaving the poop there. Because we've got this in our society. And a little distance, and we've got this. What do you do with yours?
No. So the rule in my society is, if you're not carrying a poop carrier, you're straight away, the security guy takes a photograph and you're fined. I mean, no questions are asked. I mean, that's how it is. So these were two issues.
We reached the end.
And I think we've come to the end. The only thing that I will request. Yeah. So all that will be done. The only request I want to make is that, safety and firefighting. I know it's a chore, but we will have regular firefighting practice here, because we don't know when we have an emergency. So, if those with smaller children, involve them, because they will correct elders. We tend to be irresponsible. The kids are the ones who can actually help us. That's a request from our side.
Do this exercise with firefighting. Owners are very few will be there. Residents who will also learn, how to operate. Supposing it happens, and I also must know how to operate the thing just outside my home. This video can probably be shared with the entire.
Oh, ma'am, we will do a practical demonstration. Joel or the housekeeping chap will open one cylinder. I'll get it refilled. We will just pick somebody from random there to do it. But but like I said, ना हमारा register है firefighting register, ना हमने किया है. अभी हम करेंगे, और आपको इसलिए बता रहे हैं, because people like Rashmi who live here all the year round will then tell the neighbors कि चलो यार नीचे चले ही जाओ. उसका फोटो लेके हमको रखना पड़ेगा to keep getting a fire clearance. That's all from my side, sir. Over to you.
Request the secretary to propose a vote of thanks if she is comfortable. Okay.
I thank each and every owner present here to take your time and attend. Next time, I would like to see you all and other owners who are online. Please do come. We need your presence. And all those who are attending online, thanks for taking out the time and listening to the conversation and the big support you all gave and your patience. Thank you. Have a wonderful Sunday.
And may I also make a request to thank our secretary for the Independence Day celebration she organized single-handedly. And now that she's done a good job, may she continue to keep doing it for all other functions.
I'm so sorry, I had actually been driving down to Kerala.
For the STP legal protection, what we have, the credit goes to the entire team. So there are 8 directors. Now, in case of the stay we obtain in administrative tribunal, total credit divided by the directors plus society manager. So it's 40,000.
To all 10.
Maybe that is then I want to get it.